This is 𝗙𝗘𝗟𝗑, Director of Operations from 𝗙𝗨𝗘𝗟, and I just wanted to let you guys know that despite all the COVID restrictions, we are still operating 100%. Actually, since 2015, we've doubled in size every year. As of September this season, we are now working with over 600 fuel companies in the Northeast. That's pretty much between Maryland and Maine. So between Maryland, Maine, and as far west as Michigan. And I wanted to go over a couple of the products that we have that we're selling a lot of this year. The biggest one is our Star Plus. This Star Plus product is our complete heating oil treatment. This 8-ounce bottle actually treats 275 gallons. So your standard fuel oil tank, you pop one of these in for every delivery, and that's going to cover you pretty much on all bases. The first thing is obviously the pour point. This will lower the pour point by about 25 degrees. It also lowers that cold filter plugging point, so you're not going to have any fuel-related gelling issues. It's also a water remover. It's an emulsifier that will remove water from any of the tanks, so you're not going to have, you're less susceptible to frozen fuel lines and frozen fuel in general. It's also got a biocide, so nothing's going to grow in there, and it's a sludge dispersant. A lot of guys complain because they think, oh, if you put a sludge dispersant in your fuel, you're going to have to change a lot of filters. That is true if you have a big sludge problem, but what's nice about this product is that it actually dissipates and makes that sludge combustible. At least up to 85%. You still might have to change a filter if you have a really bad sludge problem, but once you change the filter, you're never going to have that problem again as long as you're treating it with this. And perhaps the most important thing going into the, in the 21st century now is the problem with biofuels. Biofuel blends are really problematic because obviously they're partly bio. B5 to B20 is what we tend to see in the Northeast. This is compatible with up to B20 fuels. And one of the big problems besides accumulating more water in biofuel blends is that they're really acidic. So when biofuel is acidic, it actually degrades the inside of these home heating oil tanks. What this product has that you're not going to see with other competitors, some other competitors that you might be familiar with are Frost Free or FPPF Hot, STR2, AFS products. A lot of these products don't contain an antioxidant that helps negate the adverse effects of biofuel blends. So this will actually stop that degradation from happening. So this is a really good product to use in every single aspect of fuel. So that's our heating oil stuff. That's an 8-ounce bottle. These typically are sold around $6 to $7. They get as low as $5 a piece when you buy it in bulk. And they come in cases of 25. We also sell the same product in a gallon jug. As you can see, it has a tip and pour container, so you can fill this up, pour this into your tanks. The advantage here is that sometimes when their drivers are going around from house to house, it's easier to carry one big jug as opposed to 25 small bottles. It's really up to you and what makes sense. But yeah, these are typically sold around $75 to $100 depending on how many you get. The last size that we offer for this is a drum. A drum container treats up to 220,000 gallons of fuel, and those run around $2,500. Again, it's a cheaper price because you're buying it in bulk, and a lot of guys like to save money. We can also provide these smaller jugs so that you can refill them yourself if that's something you're into doing. So that's pretty much covers all the heating oil. This one product, again, it's called Star Plus. It treats every fuel-related problem for heating oil. I wanted to touch briefly on our diesel products. This is our premium fuel line for diesel. We have two products here. I want to show you real close. This is 𝗙𝗨𝗘𝗟 with combustion catalyst. This is a 16-ounce bottle. It treats up to 1,250 gallons. And this is the winter version of that. It's called 𝗙𝗨𝗘𝗟 Cold Charge. This 16-ounce bottle treats up to 950 gallons. What makes this product different than pretty much everything we compete against is our combustion catalyst. And what that does is it promotes an earlier, longer combustion, gives you better fuel economy. We're not going to save you 20%. But most of our customers see somewhere between 5 and 8% fuel savings on a consistent basis. Because you're getting a better burn, you're also getting more power, you're going to feel more pickup in your vehicle, and also less emissions. That's probably the biggest thing that people like. We're gonna cut your emissions basically in half, about 50% less emissions, less NOx, less NO, less CO2 emissions, all that good stuff. Which also means if you have any of the newer equipment with the DPF system on this, a DPF system, it's going to cut the regens in half, which is huge because that's less downtime and it means less pulling over on the side of the road. Besides that catalyst that I just touched on, it has all your other benefits. It's going to increase lubricity by up to 35%. It's going to keep your injectors clean. It's gonna clean out the water. It will remove water from the fuel, and it's also got a biocide as well, so it's gonna kill any bacteria or algae that's growing in the fuel tank. So that's our premium line. We typically sell this for around 3 to 4 cents a gallon. It does get lower, with bulk deals. And this also comes in bigger sizes. It comes in half gallons that treat 5,000. It comes in gallon jugs. It also comes in drums that treat up to 500,000 gallons. So whatever capacity you want to use it in, we can provide that. The last thing I wanted to talk about was our rack line. This is rack winter and rack all season. Kind of similar to the 𝗙𝗘𝗟 and the 𝗙𝗘𝗟 cold charge, but it's rack winter and rack all season. As you can see, both half gallons treat up to 5,000 gallons of fuel. So again, a 1 gallon to 10,000 gallon treatment ratio. Really convenient for storage, really convenient for application. A lot of our competitors out there, again, off the top of my head, Power Service or Schaefer's or ET products or InnoSpec. A lot of those products out there are 1 gallon to 3,000 or 1 gallon to 1,500 gallons. So it's 3 to 5 times less concentrated than this product, which means 3 to 5 times more storage space and slower applications of the fuel. As far as what these actually do, the only difference between these two products is that one contains an anti-gel and one does not. So this is designed to be used pretty much between, if you're in the north, you're going to use this between November and March, and you're going to use this product between April and October when it's really not that cold. Both products are going to add lubricity. Both contains trace amount of the combustion catalyst that I was talking about before. It actually has about half the amount of combustion catalyst, so you can expect half the results. So better fuel economy, usually in the 3 to 6% range. Less emissions, not quite half the emissions are gone, but usually we see 20 to 25% less emissions using these products. It's also got biocide in there to kill bacteria, and it does remove water. So that's pretty much it for the products. Like I said, we've grown since 2015. We've doubled our revenue every year. We are working with more and more fuel companies every year. Some of the big ones off the top of my head that you may have heard of are Hop Energy, Petro or Star Gas Group, Marabido. These guys are all using our products in the Northeast because, again, yeah, we're going to help with the pour point suppressant, but it's also touching on all the other things that are becoming more problematic. Biofuels, water in the fuel tanks, sludge, all that good stuff. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you want to check us out and learn more about us, you can go on our website. It's www.fuelox.com. That's FUELOX.com. I'm 𝗙𝗘𝗟𝗟. Thank you very much.